Okay, so we're looking at a brief tutorial in installing a virtual machine. In this example, we're going to use Linux. But before we start, I just started using this Twitter account at MamboPython. So if you guys are interested, you can follow me there. So let's just get started. First thing you're going to need to do is go to Ubuntu.com. That's the version that I'm looking at installing right now. Go to, where is it? No, sorry, desktop you want. Whatever, download Ubuntu, 10.10 latest version, 32-bit, 64-bit, it says it's not recommended. So now we're just going to wait for this to install. I'm probably going to speed through this. After Ubuntu is installed, we are going to want to go to your downloads, is where it's located. I just like to work on the desktop, so stop that. Okay, so after the download is done, you're going to want to move the ISO file to your desktop. If you try to use the ISO file, it will not work. You actually need to use disk utilities or terminal commands to convert it to a DMG file, because Macs like DMG files. So to keep it easy for the average person, we're going to use disk utilities and not use terminal. But it's a commanded terminal that you can do as well. So we'll wait for disk utilities to launch up. We're going to click Convert, Desktop, find our ISO, save as, compressed, change that to DMG. Wait for that to compress it. Okay, we have our DMG now. I'm going to throw this in the middle. You need to download VMware Fusion. You can actually download a demo of it, or a parallel, sorry, but you can actually download a demo of VMware Fusion to try this out. I don't know exactly how full-featured the demo is, but I'll leave that to you to figure out. I'm going to register that later. You're going to want to create a new virtual machine because we're not using Boot Camp here. Continue without disk. Disk image file is on your desktop. Make sure you choose the DMG, not the ISO, because the ISO won't work. Disk image file, continue. Operating system Linux, Ubuntu. No, finish. Ubuntu. Now we're going to start up and it's going to install Linux on your machine when I click play. It's going to run you through a bunch of registration stuff just like Windows does, where you type in your name, set up your account and password and stuff like that, where you're from, but I'll walk through as much as possible. But with that, before I go over my time, I don't want to have a 5-hour video here. Let's make this. You want to click Install Ubuntu, make sure you click English or whatever your language is. Choose whatever you want here. I'm just not going to bother installing updates right now. Make sure you want to erase the entire disk so it uses your entire partition. It's not going to erase any of your Mac OS. It's just going to use the partition. Choose your location. Keyboard layout. Put in all your information. And now it's just going to wait until it's all done. You can also run through the slideshow if you want. Comes with a whole bunch of cool software, a lot of free stuff you can download. It's a lot of fun to play around with, and if you screw it up, all you can do is just delete it. Doesn't cost you anything and doesn't screw up your computer. You can just delete your partition at any time and delete VMware if you want, and then just go back to your Mac OS, or you can completely use this, whatever you want to do. Okay, so now that we're all done, we're going to have to restart. Let's hope this works the first time. I like it when things work the first time. Make sure you press any key on that purple screen, or else it's not going to restart. You can Google where to find the any key. I'm not going to bother telling you where it is. Okay, before I sign off, I'm going to tell you the one thing. Let's get rid of this for a second. One helpful thing that you need to configure your monitor. So go to System Preferences, Monitors. The MacBook Pro 13-inch, it's not exactly what I'm using right now. I believe it's 1280 by 800 is 16 by 10. And I think my monitor is this one. Does that look right? No, it doesn't. I still have bars. So this is a 16 by 10. Okay, so let's go up one more. Up to this 16 by 10. Perfect. So now your monitor has been configured and you're free to play around in Linux. Now, one noteworthy thing is that Linux is built on a Unix system. It's just like the Mac. So it has a terminal, and terminal is fun to play around with. So you can enter all your terminal commands in here. What's going on here? There we go. CD desktop. There's nothing on my desktop, whatever. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and have fun with Linux.